Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is JayZ, people are saying you got to win. People are saying you finally got one over on Buzbee. People are saying that Buzbee's case is going to be dismissed. Unfortunately, people might not know what they're talking about. Y'all, if you guys don't know, the news heard around the world, the judge has granted JayZ's motion, his request to file a motion to dismiss. And people are saying this proves it's over. This proves Buzbee's not going to disprove. It don't prove anything. Let me explain what's going on, and then let's talk about the way Buzbee actually responded. So what's going on? If you guys don't know, JayZ's lawyer filed Alex Spiro, one of the illest and realest to ever do it, filed something saying, yo, all this should be dismissed because guess what? It's not even within the statute of limitations. You're outside of the law by a 3-month window. What's more, there's no way it could have possibly happened. Buzbee hit back saying, what are you talking about? This is the intent of the law. And second of all, who are you to tell us anything? Because you haven't even given any evidence. And no evidence has been found yet because we haven't even gone into a discovery. I'll see you in court. Well, guess what? JayZ made his intentions known in a letter to the court. For those of you guys that don't know, the reason he wrote a letter and didn't just move for a motion is because last time they wrote a whole bunch of motions and the judge actually got annoyed saying, listen, this is the way I run my court. Before you do anything, I want you to notify the court that you plan to do it. Again, every judge has to abide by the law, but the way they run their court is up to every single judge. The judge hinted that it seemed a bit disrespectful. Alex Spiro said, apologies, Your Honor. Here, if it pleases the court, here is the letter. That is for the purpose of the letter. By the judge granting this, right? By the judge granting this, it means a few things. So anyway, the judge actually gave permission. The judge actually says, we have found that you have abided by all laws. And guess what? You can actually, they said the court has reviewed Sean Carter's letter seeking leave to file a motion to dismiss plaintiff's amended complaint and plaintiff's letter in opposition. They said that they have granted the request to file a motion to dismiss. On February 6, 2025, he shall file his motion. On February 28th, plaintiff shall file their opposition papers. And on March 14th, he shall file his reply, if any. The court is respectfully directed to terminate the motion at ECF number 55. Now, why is this so incredible? One, it lets you know JayZ can't be happy about this. But first, let's talk about this. This is not the judge saying that, okay, we will dismiss the case. They're saying, okay, you can file, and then the court has actually established their calendar. February 6th, you can file your motion. February 28th, we're going to give Buzbee a chance to respond. And also March 14th, he can respond to Buzbee's response. Y'all, this is not a win for JayZ. JayZ wants this case to go away quickly. We told y'all what's going on with Moet Chandon over in the France. That might play something into it. We know what's going on with the NFL, with the endorsements. The fact that this case will be hanging over his head for months is mind-boggling. It is mind-boggling, and this is not what we wanted to happen. Again, the judge didn't say she's going to approve the motion to dismiss. The judge says he has permission, and the judge just destroyed his New Year's, his Valentine's, and I hope nobody's birthday is in March, right? Again, this is bad for someone that wanted this to settle. It is now dragging out into 3 months. On top of that, Diddy's trial is starting 2 months later. You gotta think and you gotta ask, do you think when JayZ literally thought that he was going to go to war with Tony Buzbee, did he think that he was going to get Judge Annalisa Torres? And did he think that this trial, even for a motion to dismiss, was going to drag on at least 3 months? At least 3 months. Do you think he thought that? No, listen, I've said it again. I said it before. If you don't, and this is just legal, my point of view. What do I know, right? I'm not Tony Buzbee. I'm not Alex Spiro. However, legally, You settle to avoid things like this, especially, and we don't know yet because we haven't seen the evidence in discovery, especially if you're not signing a sworn affidavit saying, well, there's no way it could have happened because I wasn't there. I was never at a Smex party with Sean Diddy Combs, right? I was never there. We were only work friends. I never did these horrible things they are saying. But you settle to avoid all this, especially when you know you have so much on the line. Say what you say. Oh, if it was you, you would fight it. Maybe, but if it was me, and JayZ is known to be a strategist, I would be strategic. I would be strategic. It's one case. The evidence, according to JayZ, is very, very thin. So if it's that thin, why didn't you just settle? Is the evidence really not that thin? He said there were other lawsuits. Is there more? Does he think that he has to settle? If he settles this one, then more are going to come? Again, you got to be strategic. I have so much on the line. I have a $1 billion deal with Moe and Shandon. I have my daughter's premiere. I have the Super Bowl. There's so much going on. Should I settle? Evidence. And this is why he went to sit down for negotiations. When you sit down on negotiations, you're like, yo, your evidence is thin. You ain't got anything. But guess what? I don't want the public spectacle and I don't want to go to court. And you know what? Alex Spiro is not cheap. I don't feel like paying that man $2,500, $5,000, however much he charges an hour. So you know what? Let's just settle this now with a settlement. I'll throw you this. How's that sound? And if you say no to a settlement, then you need to be prepared to go in court and fight this. The only thing is, JayZ has a lot to lose. A lot to lose. Now, listen, at the end of this, he may be successful, but at this point, and this stuff is dragging all this, you might as well just go to court and fight it. Again, it's JayZ's life. It's his money. He will do what he thinks is best. But again, I don't know. I don't know if that bravado was worth it, because strategically, I think that this is the last thing that he actually wanted. Yo, he got what he asked for, but not what he wanted. Congratulations on that motion on being able to grant that motion to dismiss. Anyway, y'all, congratulations, Jay. But is this what you really wanted? I mean, think about it. Is this what they really wanted? You wanted this gone. You wanted this gone completely. You didn't want this to affect any of your business deals. And now it is going to be until the end of March till you hear anything. Yeah. On top of that, the law Buzbee set out is pretty sound. It looks like this case is going forward. I don't know. JayZ might be looking at a settlement now, which is a shame, because I don't know if that's the case. You should have settled from the beginning. It's odd that nobody really learned anything from what happened to Diddy. Anyway, y'all,